In our Sunrise Smart Start this morning, a familiar trend continuing in Rochester. Police investigating shots fired into a home on Cleon Street. This was just after midnight. The house had a teenager and adult inside. It was hit multiple times, but no one was injured. Police also investigating after a 20-year-old man arrived at the hospital with a non-life-threatening gunshot wound. They were initially called, officers were, for the report of gunshots fired in the parking lot at East High School in the city. This was just before midnight. An unoccupied vehicle was hit there. No suspects are in custody. We are following the latest after that mass shooting in Texas killed 19 children and 2 adults at an elementary school. This less than 2 weeks after the mass shooting in Buffalo. While police continue to learn more about the suspect in this Texas shooting, schools here locally are stepping up security with the assistance of law enforcement. In response to the shootings, students in Fairport are planning a demonstration this afternoon. They want to bring an end to gun violence. Eriquetta Cost is live in Fairport with more on this. Eriquetta, good morning.
Good morning, and that demonstration is taking place in Potter Park at 5 p.m. And word on social media is this will likely be larger than just students, but just the outside community, parents and teachers. Organizers of the protests say they'll be demanding stricter gun laws. In Congress, a bipartisan effort to strengthen background checks collapsed in 2012. The bill was backed by a majority of senators, but fell to a filibuster. Right now, there's a House-passed bill to close loopholes for people going through these background checks to buy a gun, but it's unclear when the Senate will be voting on this. In the meantime, school leaders say mental health and safety are top priority for districts.
You will see an increased police presence on our campuses. That's because we've asked the Monroe County Sheriff's Department for their support. They've been incredible partners to us. Our school personnel is doing everything that we can to ensure the safety of our students and staff.
Again, this Fairport demonstration is set to take place in Potter Park at 5 p.m. Students will lead the community in a march of solidarity to the intersection of Main and Church Street. In Fairport, Eriquetta Cost, News 8.
Eriquetta, thank you. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office says there are no active shooter threats in the area. They are urging schools and workplaces, however, to plan for the possibility. Deputies say everyone should have a plan in the event of an active shooter. The message they are putting out: run, hide, and fight. Run if you can, hide if you cannot, and fight if you must. The main points deputies are stressing: make your plan now and rehearse it as well. All right, James, always planning when it comes to the forecast as well. No umbrellas necessary today. No. Maybe some shades?
Yeah, I think so. Probably sunglasses is a good idea. And look, I've been wearing jackets the past couple of days. You do not need that, certainly this morning. Numbers in the 60s right now. Webster 63, Henrietta 64, Greece here at 64 as well. Maybe we're going along the canal. I think today is a great day for a nice canal walk. Friday, scattered rain showers going to be possible. You see the drop in temperatures there. That's the case for Saturday as well. But a big warm up in the 8-day forecast. We'll have a last look at Memorial Day at the end of the show. Mark?
James, thank you. Back to the roads now with our sunrise traffic, and still good news if you're getting ready to make your way out the door at this hour. No accidents on 390 or 490 in your view. That includes 590 as well. Should be smooth sailing for your commute. Well, in other news, Rochester police releasing new information after officers shot a driver on Dewey Avenue overnight yesterday. They say officers responded to the call for 2 armed men in a vehicle. When they tried to pull that car over, they say the driver sped toward officers multiple times. Police shot that driver who crashed the car. The driver and passenger were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police releasing the name of the passenger here. He will be arraigned in court later this morning. 22-year-old Joshua Cruz Goebel is facing a number of charges, including criminal possession of a weapon. Well, for years, we watched family and friends gathering to express hope that one day Brittney Drexel would be found, or at least we'd know what happened to her after the Chi-Li teenager vanished in Myrtle Beach back in 2009. Yesterday, there was another gathering. but this one was different for the family and friends as well. It followed the discovery of Drexel's remains and the arrest of a man accused of killing her. The tree planted and the plaque placed in Davis Park in Chilai are there deliberately. The whole field at that location has a special connection to the Drexel family.
Okay. The tree was planted for Brittney in the town park, and because Brittney spent so many hours and days here playing soccer for Chilai Soccer. Yeah. So this is personal to her and her family.
Well, Drexel's parents were not at this event last night. They are still mourning the loss of their daughter. Coming up on June 11th, there will be a celebration of life for Drexel and Chilai. That, too, will be open to the public. It is set for the Father's House Church on Paul Road in Chilai. All right, to Washington, D.C. now. It has been 2 years since the nation was forever changed by images of the brutal police killing of George Floyd in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, yesterday marked the anniversary, and with that, President Biden signed a new executive order on police reform. Alexandra Limon has the latest.
On the 2-year anniversary of George Floyd's death, President Joe Biden signed an executive order in an attempt to reform policing practices.
This executive order is going to deliver the most significant police reform in decades.
Floyd's family was among those who attended the signing. The executive order creates a national database to track police misconduct and mandates body-worn cameras. It also restricts practices like chokeholds and no-knock warrants. But the order applies mainly to federal officers and agencies, and the White House can't force state or local police agencies to comply, though it is looking for ways to use federal funding as incentive.
There's no substitute for legislation, but it is a necessary and long overdue critical step forward.
Ohio Democrat Joyce Beatty, the chair of the Congressional Black Caucus, applauded the president's efforts.
We've lost too many lives, and this is a step of great progress.
But when asked about the president's efforts, Missouri Republican Senator Josh Hawley said he thinks the president's priorities are misplaced.
I think that we ought to be helping local law enforcement hire more cops. I'd like to see 100,000 new cops.
And that was Alexandra Limon reporting. While state and local police forces will not be bound by the new federal mandates, the White House says it hopes it will serve as a model for local law enforcement. They will assist the federal government with grants as well to help this process along. We'll continue to follow that. In the meantime, let's get a look at what some folks around these parts will be talking about at the water cooler this morning. The Rochester Americans hockey season coming to an end last night in a playoff loss to the Laval Rocket. Quite a run for the Amherst. This was game 3 of their series last night. It went to triple overtime at the Blue Cross Arena. Former Amherst Jean-Sebastien D with the game winner, 151 into triple OT. The Amherst had won 4 straight overtime games in the playoffs before that triple overtime loss last night. And James, as we bring you in, I will say this. It's a shame the season has come to an end, but it has been a lot of fun watching this playoff run with the Amherst over the last several weeks.
It really has. One for the decades, right?
Yeah, right. It's been a couple of decades since we've had a playoff run for the Amherst. So hopefully this is the first of many to come here in the coming years.
Yes, exactly. I like that, being a little prospective there. As we take a look at the bus stop forecast, we've got temperatures very comfortable. We're in the 60s, nice and mild to start off the day, and we finish in the upper 70s and low 80s. Strong south wind keeps those even along Lake Ontario. I think a little bit milder. We'll finish with the 8-day forecast. So we take a little bit of a dip from today into tomorrow and Saturday. That's going to come with a couple of rain showers, and then we bottom out and climb. Sunday, I think, is the better of the 2 weekend days specifically, but you add Memorial Day and really just looks fantastic. That begins a very mild trend. Really summer feel is right around the corner, Mark. It begins next week. Tuesday's the 31st. Wednesday, the 1st of June.
Yeah, unofficial start of summer on Monday as well with Memorial Day, James. Good stuff there. Thank you. That's it for us for now. Our next update coming up in 30 minutes. CBS Mornings is up next. Have a great Thursday.